The Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am not this restless mind. I am not this Pancha Prana, the Prana, Apana, Udana, Vyana, Samana. I am not these five senses of a knowledge. The eyes, the ear, the nose, the tongue and the skin. I am not the five senses of the action, the hands and legs and two regions of the urine and stool and again the tongue. Then what is that you are? What you are? I am not the Sabdasparsa, Rupa, Rasagandha, five Tanmatras. Then what you are? Prithvi, Jala, Teja, Vayu, Akash, the earth and air and ether and water and fire. No, then what you are? And beyond all these things, the light of the light. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam, Brahmanandam, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma, Ekam, Evam, Advitiyam Brahma. In all condition, I am bliss, bliss, bliss absolute. This is the only the secret of the harmony between the body, mind and the spirit. Now, again we go to the Taittiriya Prashna. That who is enjoy this Ananda? Ananda, you are in three conditions are there. Jagrata, Swapna and Susupti. In the Jagrata, in the awakened condition, who is enjoying this? It is the only Annamaya Course is enjoying it. The physical frame is enjoying this pizza and pasta. Lasagna is another thing. Enchilada, this is all new thing. Khabar se enchilada? Prabhu, tamne kaho. Nahi khabar? બચી ગયો. દાળ ઢોકળીમાં રોટલીના ટુકડા કરીને દાળમાં નાખે, રોટલી કાપીને આખી આખી નાખે. I love Mexican food. That is enchilada. They will ask, Swamiji, you like bed rolls? સૂતી વખતે જોઈએ. નો ઇન ઇટિંગ. મેં કીધું અમે બિસ્તરા કોઈ દિવસે ખાધા નથી. અમે માણસ છીએ. No. You use this, bring the grams and do like this, like that. તેને પછી છે ને એમ કરવાનું. બધું એને ખાંડવી કહેવાય. This all goes only in the Annamaya Kosha. The whole life is confined to the Annamaya Kosha. When we were kids, we were told this beautiful stanza, Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Karamule Saraswati, Karamadhe to Govinda, Prabhate Kardarsanam. But me koi dise Lakshmi, Saraswati ne Govind ne joya nahi. What I see, Karagre vasate Spoonam, Karamule Biscuitam, Karamadhe to Chahapatram, Prabhate Kapadarsanam is the reality. When you think of the Vaidik wisdom, try to be a person of the reality who is enjoying this happiness. Anandam Brahmeti Vijaniyat. Who is enjoying this Ananda. Ananda has been enjoyed in the awakened condition. The waking condition is by Annamaya Kosha. But with Annamaya Kosha's Ananda is not a permanent Ananda. Yehi samsparshajaha bhogaha dukkayona yavate adhyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. All happiness which comes from the external world or the gross words, they all will bring finally a pain and sorrow and agony to you. So adhyantavanta from beginning to end. Nateshu ramate buddha. All wise people, they always keep a safe distance. I don't know, in last 10 years I have narrated this truth to you or not, because one day here in Ahmedabad, one gentleman was supposed to come and see me in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, and he telephoned to me at about 1 o'clock, Swamiji, can I come tomorrow? I say, why not today? Thodu vadhare khawai gyo che. I said, tomorrow I am not here for 1 week, I am not here. What's the matter? Su jamyo. Okay. Kala gulab jamun. Kala gulab jamun. Ketla khada? 87. I didn't ask him that, why you eat so much. I asked, century kem na puri kari. Mari line ma piraswanu જ બંધ કરી નાખ્યું કે છે. They have stopped coming. આ અન્નમય કોષ નહીં કહેવાય, રાક્ષસમય કોષ. sorry to say, you are a burden to the society. You are not an asset to society. તમને રોટલી આપું, બોલે 8 ઇંચ. એટલે શું? થપ્પી. This is what is happening. So we don't have the Atma Sayyama, the self-control. The self-control, the self-discipline, only a thread between the so-called body, mind and a spirit. If there is no self-control, body will become a balloon. Very difficult, very difficult. Ishwarji is there, it inspired me to speak Punjabi. Oh, they say so. Oh, saram na na karo. Jinne kitti saram, os de putte karam. When you sit for eating, don't feel shy. If you feel shy, tumhara karam phuta hai. No, it's not be like that. And again the Punjabi they say so very interesting. Raj ke khate dab ke va. Khub khane khub kaam kar. You eat a lot and work a lot. But unfortunately, our Annamaya course is there. Manomaya and Vijnanamaya, we have closed the doors. We don't work. One way only. Karo, 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 bhuli gaya. Khao, 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 yaad rakhiyo chahe. Karo is a foundation. Then the khao is a building. Then the gao is the flight. Unless and until you work, the Veda says you have to work. The karma is an essential. What? The Shankara said so? Vedo nityam adhiyatam. Taduditam karma svanushthiyatam. Study these Vedas every day systematically and scientifically. And then whatever discrimination, explanation and instruction has been imparted by Vedas, you are supposed to work accordingly. Svanushthiyatam. Not a kam karuchu. Sari rite. I am not doing my work in a hodgepodge way. I will do anything when it's such a beautiful way said so. Suanushthiyatam. You study Vedas systematically, and after studying the Vedas systematically, it's very essential that you put all the learning and wisdom in your daily routine. And you work, whatever work you do in any walk of your life, it should be systematically, scientifically, and beautifully. Then again the second line said so, Tene sasya vidhiyatam apachiti. Whatever work you do, that work should become a upasana, aradhana or sadhana or a worship of your God. Going to temple, ringing the bell is never written in any of the stanzas of the Vedas. But Veda is a karma pradhana. From beginning to end, Veda brings a knowledge that you have to be on your toes. Up to the last breath of your life, keep on sangachatvam, sangvadatvam, samno manam si janatam, charai vaiti, charai vaiti, charai vaiti. And what Veda brings? Ma bhihi, do not fear. Stand up boldly and walk further. That's what. The karma is a must. And what karma? Beautifully has been done. And then this karma should be your worship. Tene sasya vidhiyatam. Tena is sasya vidhiyat. Apachiti. Kame, and then kame matistastam. You do your service, but don't have any desire of any fruit or action. Very essential factor. Mane shu manase should be minus. Yes. 20 years now. Mukesh Bhai is, after this, Yajna is an Advaryu. In our ashram's website, the last year's picture where Mukesh Bhai was talking here, AMA, is there during this tour. Hundreds of people say, Swamiji, your lecture was so fine. But excellent was the previous one. So I have to accept it. So I just know, Bhai, Sonani Viti ma hero jode hoy ne, to a hero dekhai, Sonani Viti na dekhai. This is what I have told him. Because he is gifted with a golden tongue. How it is so? Anything you do, put your whole being there. Not half-heartedly. Pour your whole being there. Annavai Brahma, but initially, Annavai Brahma, Pranavai Brahma, then comes Manomaya Brahma. What Mukesh Bhai started? Aham Brahmasmi. When you say Aham Brahmasmi, that Aham, that Brahma in me, we are not two. Tattvamasi, you are also the same thing. Prajnanam Brahma. Anandamaya Brahma. Vijnanam Brahma. And whatever we see and perceive is everything, is that supreme, then there will be no more clash. If someone makes your cartoon, hamara bhi cartoon banate kabhi kabhi. When I used to be a regular contributor of spending 8 to 10 months in Lal Bahadur Shastri, National Academy of Administration, Masuri, most worshipful and revered our Lahiri Sahib also was one of the students to us. Manjula Ben Suru, all these IAS people, all these foolish people, they used to come there. And then many a times I got a little fancy to go for a horse riding. Then mera sari thoda aise udta bhi hai. So then next day I find a cartoon on a wall general, a horse riding ke upar mein Swami Shirsasan kar rahe. They put it there. They put a cartoon. You should enjoy it because you have been recognized that you can do horse riding also. Feel happy. They write some poem also. ये योगा बंद करवा दीजिए, किसने बनाया ये योगा? हेड डाउन, क्या सिर नीचे एंड टांग ऊपर, सिर नीचे टांग ऊपर, नीचे शर्ट ऊपर पजामा, नीचे शर्ट ऊपर पजामा एंड नीचे फुल पॉइंट ऊपर कोमा, किसने बनाया योगा? So they write like this. You amuse. What's wrong in that? How this? किसको है पकड़ो उसको, पकड़ करके बंद कर दो. What is this? Because you got not eternity. When you value this eternity in oneness with the subject, then you keep yourself happy. Because your real nature is Ananda. Anandam Brahmeti Vijaniyat. That whole Brahman is Ananda. Your real nature is Ananda. So when we go from that, who is enjoying this Ananda? Ananda is being enjoyed by this so-called our physical frame. Annamaya Kosha. Then how you can go beyond without having any gross subject? In front of you should not have a television, nor a radio, nor any eating, no singing, no making merry, but still you should be happy. How it can be? That is possible. What? In a deep sleep it is possible. Someone asked me a question, Swamiji, do you think really can we be free from a stress? I say, yes. When you will be buried, then only. Because as long as the body is there, mind is there. As long as the mind is there, desires are there. Because the desire is there, the worry is there. So you should accept situation. In all condition, I am bliss, bliss, bliss absolute. Har hal mela mast, sachidananda hu, kaivalya, kevala, kudasthananda hu. Chidananda, chidananda, chidananda. That should be the spirit to bring your body, mind and spirit together. Very essential factor. Bhadram karane vihi shrunuyama deva. Bhadram pashe makshavire jatraha. Sthirairangai stushtumagastanubihi. Vyashemahi devahitam yadayu. It's not merely my eyes or nor the ear, but my each thought. Yad manasi tad vachasi tad karmani. What is in your mind? You speak accordingly and act accordingly. Manasi anyat, vachasi anyat, karmani anyat. That is no good. That is a cheat. We are cheating to whom? We are cheating to your own self. So, what the Veda brings, essential matter, be true to thy own self. Unfortunately, we are not true to ourselves. In case you want to uplift ourselves, as I have told you, that where is the problem comes? The problem comes only because of the ego comes problems. Very recently, during my visit, I was supposed to speak, including discourse on a Hindu temple's executive conference. How we can do little more good. I told, if the Hindu temple's executive or any temple's executive, they become a servant of the God, they become a devoted to the God, they got totally committed to the institution, then they will run smooth. But you don't come there as a servant or the devotee of the temple, you come as an executive, as a boss. You feel that because I'm a director, I'm a trustee, so I can bang any pujari at any time. Temple you are not running, the pujaris are running. You must know about it. You come on a once a day, on a meetings day. Sometimes people, they don't come also. તમે નક્કી કરી લેજો, હું સહી કરી આપીશ. That won't work, the institution. Ego should come down. Paramatma, this Veda that says so, that you try to see what is there. When Mr. Sadani ji is no more, unfortunately, has compiled number of stories from the Vedas. There's a very interesting way is put one story of the Raikwa Muni. Raikwa Muni. One king used to be very generous. Very generous. Again I am saying very generous. Anything you find good, he will love to give to other people. And his generosity was so much so that because of that austerity and generosity of him, the sky on the top of his kingdom used to be so powerful, any bird cannot pass from there. The bird will feel the heat of the generosity. So one day, one couple bird was going from the swan from the top. So better we go round. The lady said so. And the gent said, don't worry. The male bird said, do not worry. Why? He's a generous man. His generosity is now second grade. First grade is a Raikwa Muni, a Gadiwala Rishi. Oh. Fortunately, this king was moving in the terrace. He was able to listen this conversation between this husband and wife, this couple bird. And he says, oh, someone is more powerful. I must know about it. Who is that guy? He has asked this matter to his guru, to his ministers. And they went to search who is this Raikwa Muni, a man who is sitting at the old time with a bullock cart. And in a due course time, they were able to find it out. They reported to the king, and the king is going to see this particular saint with elephants, horses, and thousands dasis, with all golds, all diamonds, and chariot, drum, and celestial music party, making them stand, and going to bow down and says, Maharaj, I have come here to know what is the secret of your greatness. Rishi turned his face like this. He never wanted to see even this guy, no. Then he came that side, he turned the face. Then he came back with all this pompous and so. He asked Guru. Guru says, you asked us, but you never told that you are going to go. This is not the way to go to the Swamis, to the Rishis, to the saints, to the holy person. Be humble. I went to see Mr. Gadgil. He happened to be a minister of information and broadcasting in 1986. Because in 1987 we were celebrating Swami Shivananda's centenary celebration. His PA was Mr. Joni Joseph, IS 72-74 batch. So I told I want to see. He says, okay, Swamiji, because he had to my students, he was so kind. In Gadgil Sahib says, bring him in my chamber in Parliament House. Juta Nikala removed his shoes. Doing like this, he made pranam. He said, Swamiji, baithe. He was standing, sitting on the ground. Why are you doing like this? He said, when I was 7 years old, my father was a Chief Justice India. Whenever he used to go to see Swami Shivanji Maharaj, we used to stop our car in Rishikesh. 2 kilometers he used to walk without a turban, without shoes, without guard. And he used to go there. Imagine, he says, I have learned this. I went to see Mr. Most respected, our ex-president, Mr. Abdul Kalam Sahib. Half an hour I talked, and when I was coming out, he came to see me out. I said, sir, please, no, you need this respect. For what? The 3 reasons are there. Number 1, you are coming from Shivanand Ashram. When I was in a turmoil, when I wanted to become a pilot, I failed in this incident is written in the wings of a fire. And he said, so I went, someone told, go to Shivanand Ashram. I went to Shivanand Ashram. I stayed 1 week there. Swami was so kind. All Swami was kind. They taught me how to meditate, how to concentrate. And they brought me a peace of mind, which is everlasting. To today's date, I am highly thankful to Swami Shivananji Maharaj. So you need it. Second thing, you are coming from Ahmedabad. It's a city of my guru, Vikram Sarabhai. So again, you need a respect. And third, you are a president of your institution. I am president for few days only. You are going to be ever. So you need a respect. See his greatness. See the another God gives greatness. They are humble, they are noble, they are simple. And so their names are engraved in number of people's heart. The Veda says so that in case you want to do something good, that you have to cross your eye. What is your identity? Your identity is a denting of your eye. Try to be simple. Try to be humble. Try to be. Keep your all doors open. Ano bhadra kratavo santu vishwatah. Bharati Vidya Bhavan, they write in their book. Let noble thoughts come from all. It is not that what I say, it should be done like that. No. And you can't run. You can't have a harmony with the self. When there is no harmony with the self, you cannot have harmony with the spirit. Self is very essential. I would like to put something very interesting things, which I have heard from someone. Mukesh Bhai will say yes or no. That once upon a time, I think it was a Gujarat, New Gujarat, Nav Gujarat mission, some lum. I was in Rishikesh, I don't know. But I heard that some so-called Thakur Bhai went to Bharuch and he said so. હું તો જીતવાનો જ છું, મારો કૂતરો ઉભો રહેશે તો એ પણ જીતશે. He, Thakur Bhai said so like that. And next day, this Mukesh Bhai was there in Bharuch, the Nava Gujarat or Nava Vidhan, some more young people, Vidyarthi Parishad. So they were asked this question to, what do you want to say to praise people? They asked him, media, you know, the scratch. They said, he said, Mukesh Bhai was saying, Thakur Bhai nu Vidhan sachu che, ke kutro jiti jai. પણ એ એમ કે હું જીતીશ તો એ તો જીતવાના જ નથી, પણ કૂતરો તો જીતી જ શકે, કારણ કે કૂતરો વફાદાર પ્રાણી છે. That's all. It's very essential. You see, try to understand this, that good harmony is there. You don't have a harmony with the self, what you are saying, as I have told you, what this new candidate for the USA said so like that. Very essential thing. Why one of our guy from here went to Gurjari, Vishwa Gurjari, and is knocked out and thrown out from there? Please get out, we don't want you to speak like that. Here we have called you supplement of the Gujarati and Gujarati literature and not the man of the politics. Why it is happening like that? Because we have not become a calm and quiet in our mind. Very essential that unless and until you calm the mind, you can't heal the heart. Calm the mind to rejoice in the spirit. Calm the mind to establish in the Atma. The Atma is having its own degrees. Number one, the first is a Atma, so-called a Annamaya Atma. Then comes a Manomaya Atma. Third comes a Annamaya, Manomaya, Jnanamaya Atma, Vijnanamaya Atma, Anandamaya Atma. So Atma is all, yes, from beginning to end, Atma is there.